Welcome to Subramani. I have done this video in the past, a real long past, but I'm going to do it again. It is based on a concept called Xbrl. Xbrl, or the Extensible Business Reporting Language, is a global standard for exchanging business and financial information digitally. Okay, I used to do Xbrl training, and I would ask people a simple question that if you got the balance sheet of Toyota, General Motors and Tata Motors, what would you do? How would you compare? So the first thing is it has to be translated, right? Everything, one is in dollars, one is in yen, and one is in rupees. So that has to be translated. It has to be brought to a standard, right? Each one, accounting standards, it would be US GAAP. I don't know what it is in Japan, and then it be Indian accounting standards. So you have to bring them to standards, and then you can start comparing, which means it will take you 3 days to first translate it, and then you can start comparing. Now suppose all the three were available in Xbrl, you would be able to start comparing on day one, because all the data would be tagged. Now what is tagging? Once upon a time, when you took a photograph and took a print out, you have to keep it, and then you have to whack your brain as to where did I take it. Was in Agra, was in Goa, where had I gone? And I mean, it's just a garden, so how do I remember? But today, all your photographs are tagged, right? You can tag location, you can tag, you see the people, you can tag their names, so that maybe you're seeing a colleague after 20 years, you remember his or her name. Well, you may not remember, so you can then see the tag. I mean, if you see a movie today, or you see small video clips of old movies, you may not know who's the hero or the heroine who's coming there 30 years back, 40 years back, but their names can be tagged, the dates can be tagged, the location can be tagged. Similarly, when you see an X amount in the balance sheet or in the profit and loss account, or even on the notes on accounts, you do not know what is the relevance, from where it has come and what is happening. So that can be tagged. That is the purpose of Xbrl. So it is to tag financial data on balance sheet, profit and loss account statements, and other business reports. So it allows you to tag. Each piece of data is assigned a unique tag which provides context like currency, time period, accounting standard, making it easier to prepare, analyze, and share financial information efficiently. Xbrl enhances transparency, accuracy, and automation in reporting, reducing manual processes, and while enabling faster data comparison among comparable companies across jurisdictions also. Has it been adopted in India? Yes, in India it has been adopted as a mandatory statutory reporting by the Ministry of Company Affairs for certain companies, and it has been adopted since 2011. So companies listed on the stock exchange, there's Indian subsidiaries, companies with paid up capital of 5 crore, I think turnover used to be 100 crores. So we used to go around the country. I mean, I've done lectures in Srinagar, I've done lectures in, I mean, obviously all these, almost all these state capitals, some district capitals, where I've gone and spoken to people about Xbrl. Today it will become part of the reporting. I mean, any of your packages, accounting packages like a tally, would automatically generate it in Xbrl and give it to you. So once all the data is available in Xbrl, you will be able to compare. Now ultimately Xbrl wants to reach a level where the company does only one filing. Okay, let's say a Larsen & Toubro or a TCS prepares its balance sheet, gets it audited, puts it in Xbrl and files it with the government of India. End of story. Now, if the income tax authorities want details, they take it from there. If the Ministry of Company Affairs wants details, they take it from there. If, let's say, the MRTP Commission wants details, they take it from there. GST people want, they take it from there. So there is just one filing, and the data is granular and tagged, so anybody can take any information that they want. So I'm sure even an analyst will be able to take it. So when he is comparing an Infosys to a Wipro or something, he will be able to get all of this from one single location. This is ultimate. So of course there will be some analysts who take that, make a report and give it to you. So if you're a retail investor, the data will come from the Xbrl single filing to the analyst. He makes it and he gives it to you. So this is the whole thing of Xbrl and why it was made. Why am I talking about it now? On 26th of March, we lost Mr. Swaminathan of Iris Business Services, and he is India's guru in Xbrl. He may or may not know all the intricacies of Xbrl, but he was a champion and he went around the country talking about Xbrl, whether it was talking to the Ministry of Company Affairs or RBI or SEBI, all those places. So I have, he then created packages for each one of them. I remember talking to a lot of mutual funds about it. I have not spoken much to bankers about it, but I went around meeting many mutual funds and saying why you should be taking this, because SEBI wants the reporting in Xbrl. So first the regulator has to know how to take it and how to use it, and then the industry has to make it and give it to the regulator, right? So that is how Xbrl evolved. RBI using Xbrl in a big way, SEBI is using Xbrl in a big way. Now, why was Xbrl necessitated? So go back in time. I remember ROC Mumbai would tell companies, oh, there is 30th September coming, so I don't want you to come on 29th, I want you to come on 28th because you've got too many files. I remember big companies like Tata Motors or Larsen & Toubro had to take the data in a truck. I'm not joking, because it had data of fixed asset register, people earning more than 3,000 per month, which of course then became 3,000, became 1 lakh and things like that. But still, lot of data on paper had to be filed. This would all be obviously PDF documents printed and bound. And can you imagine such a thick Larsen & Toubro fixed asset register is filed with you? What purpose was it serving, right? So in fact, ROC Mumbai had to open a Parel office to keep those documents. I have no clue what has happened. I'm not in touch with them for the last 20 years, so 20-30 years maybe. So a lot of data used to be filed like that, and when data is filed like that, it is pretty useless for, nobody is going to sit and read it and come out with comments. Of course, that was the job of the ROC, but it was mind-boggling to think how many companies could they handle, 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, but the number of companies kept increasing. So then they decided that data will not come in physical form, but it will come in electronic form. There, the software had a limitation that it would accept only 2 MB of data. So companies were very smart. They would create a file with the photograph of the company, the plant, the directors, etc., etc. So by the time the 2 MB was uploaded, only that was available and the full data was not available. I'm not saying all companies did that, but at least 3,000-4,000 companies had already done that. So which meant, again, you got data, maybe even genuine data, but in PDF form, and all of us know that PDF is nice to preserve documents but not good for analysis, right? So here, earlier physical form, then PDF form, which was again not very useful for analysis. Then came the Xbrl. Now data is going to ROC also in Xbrl form. So to give you a very simple example, once upon a time people would get fake CA certificates where they would use the name and member of a chartered accountant who is dead. You can't even prosecute anybody. So a guy who could never get his books audited would attach the audit report from a chartered accountant's name and firm of a person who is already dead. But there was no way how somebody would know, except when prosecution starts after 10 years or 7 years, and you'd say, oh, that man is dead. But he was dead much before he signed. But today, when two places where you can see it happening is when you invest for mutual funds, they don't even ask you for your name, they just ask you for your PAN number. You put your PAN number, it goes and it fetches the data. So today, when a company is filing its returns with the ROC is equipped to know whether the chartered accountant is active, whether his membership is active, whether he has paid membership fees. All that data is available to the ROC also, so that you can prevent bad things from happening. So that is how Xbrl is supposed to be used. Why am I talking about it now? Because I'm trying to talk about a company called Iris Business Services, which played a pivotal role in is continuing to play a pivotal role in India's Xbrl ecosystem. It is the leading regtech company. It's listed on the Bombay Stock Exchange and the National Stock Exchange, and it provides end-to-end Xbrl solutions, and including the software, the conversion services, services. It started off as a service company and became a product company, I think by 2015-16, and as usual product companies take time to establish. Now it is well established, and it's sad that Swami is no longer there to see Iris take off. So what all does Iris have? It has Iris File, it has Iris Carbon, it supports regulators in many countries. I think it is active in about 50 countries, and Iris has worked with many regulators, of course, RBI, SEBI, and all lot of stock exchanges. I mean, it could be Kuwait Stock Exchange, it could be Bombay Stock Exchange, lot of stock exchanges, and it has leveraged its 20 years experience, and that is what Swaminathan and Iris and Xbrl stand for. I knew Swaminathan for 25 years, and I used to do training for Iris on Xbrl around, but right now if you ask me, I won't even be able to read an Xbrl document. Thank you.